showing you another image from ancient China that is going to support the symbolic interpretation that I have given you thus far. Now, I would like to remind everyone to reconnect with Ezekiel 17 to see at least the biblical interpretation really coded into the narrative of Ezekiel 17, describing the parable of the great eagle. And then remember the seal that we have with the United States that has that eagle with its branch and the talons. And then we see on the other side the arrows that would be connected to Osiris Orion, the great hunter. And then, of course, this hunter is a hunter of men. And this would be in connection to that war, Ka, in other words, Iraq. But remember, the city connected with Gilgamesh and his father, coded-wise, was war, Ka. And then that would be better understood as in at least the understanding that we see that these sons of God had at least warred against this spiritual upliftment of the soul of mankind. And that is to be interpreted as they themselves taken unto themselves as worship, to be worshipped by man, and then abandoning the spiritual upliftment program that they were sent here to conduct. And then, of course, as they abandoned it, the rebellion was focused upon establishing some sort of lineage that would be now known as the Sons of Sam, aka the Sons of Samyeza, that is connected further to the Hairayans and the Aryans. Now, we've connected this further with the tetrahedron, which you would be familiar with as the Star of David, that is connected further to the seal. And if you look on the seal of the United States, there above the eagle's head is a tetrahedron, giving you the further connection to the truth of that which I speak. Now, let me now give you the validity for this frog that is connected to some sort of tree. And then if you were to refer to Ezekiel 17, you would see the tree in connection to the frog you're seeing connected now. And I would like you to notice this rabbit figure here, which is on the left side facing out, but it's on the right side of the screen as you look at it. And I am going to show you the symbols moving around. And I have some very interesting things to say about this tortoise being encircled by the serpent, which would be a connection to the war on the Ka, in which you could understand that with the fable or the little nursery rhyme about the tortoise and the hare, in which the hare, the rabbit, seeks to cheat. Now let's think about the connection with rabbit and hare connected to the supposed sacred feminine. Just think about Samson and his supposed power of the hare, aka the Sons of Sam, and then Aryans, Hairayans. So you could see now where the serpent has sought to disrupt the normal evolutionary plan that I guess you could see as the natural slow outworking of the progresses of perfection that man was supposed to have. Now we see the disruption based upon the infusion of this serpent ideology that we see connected to the offering of the apple and the Genesis event. Now notice the frog at the center, and then let us remember what we had seen thus far with the connection with the frog, and then where I told you this individual was. And then let's think about the frogs that we see connected in Revelation, that are connected to some gathering of the nations to some ultimate war, aka disaster, or even conflagration of fire upon the earth, connected now to Revelation chapter 13, verse 13, where this supposed man has the power to call fire down from the heavens. We know that that heaven is root for avian, heaven, avian, and then avian means high wickedness, at least as it's translated from the Hebrew Bible. So just get a good look there and then listen very close to what this description box describes of what we're seeing. A mirror full of cosmological symbolism. Around the edge are animals that symbolize the cardinal directions and the seasons. The tortoise of the north, with the snake coiled around it, winter. The dragon of the east, spring. The phoenix of the south, summer. And the tiger of the west, autumn. In the center are Zhe Wang Mu, Queen Mother of the West, the sacred mountains of the immortals, and the hare, symbol of the moon. The hare crushes the moon with a mortar and pestle under a cassia tree growing from the mouth of the toad, as again connect this further to the symbolism seen in Ezekiel 17, which you see connected to cedar. But then let me remind you that cedar is further translated as poplar. And you can see where there's multiple translations of the trees and multiple symbolisms as they are retranslated from different historical, cultural fixed points in history from the societies that viewed the